Good morning everyone, welcome to Veda day 29. Just 2 more days to go. I'm just about to do a weights workout. I feel full of energy actually. Even last night I managed to work quite late and I had energy to cook a nice dinner. So it's amazing how stress completely drains you of energy, and then when that stress lifts, oh yeah, you could run a marathon. Well, maybe not, but anyway. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do now, and just keeping our fingers crossed for exchanging contracts today and getting all my sign-off meetings sorted out at work, and just getting ready for a long bank holiday weekend. Yay! Right, that's my morning routine done. Didn't quite have time for a shower before work, but I'll have one in the coffee break, and I'm going to log on now and see what joys the world beholds for me today. It's now 1 o'clock and I've stopped for some lunch. I've made a nice salad. Actually, you can't see the salad in its full glory, but there's some pomegranate seeds, pumpkin seeds, etc, etc. And I'm doing what I would do at work, setting up my desk. Terrible, isn't it? But I've got some personal admin to do as well. I've started getting letters back from the shareholding companies and checks to pay in for dividends that they've been holding on to while they were waiting for the grant of probate. And then one of the shareholding companies is saying I haven't given the right number, so they can't positively identify the shareholder, but I've got that somewhere on a statement or something, so that's fine. The file that I overwrote has been restored, so I've sorted that out. I've had a couple of meetings and I'm going to do some tweaks to some code and have another meeting, but I'm just going to check my emails now and see if anything's progressed on the exchange of contracts. Well, as you can tell from the fact that I still haven't had a shower or put any makeup on, it has been a really full-on day. I have had a couple of stressful meetings at work. Yeah, one of them wasn't very pleasant at all. And then very scary emails about the property. So we've gone from our solicitor going, no, you can't possibly do any work on the property before it fully belongs to you, to him then saying, it was quite good. It was explaining very carefully about securing the property and underpinning. And now we've had schedule of work, and it's like all the work that they're doing with big RSJs and a crane and everything is going to start like on Tuesday, and we've got to clear everything, and there's so much stuff in the loft and I still haven't found my dad's stamp collection, so I don't know what we're going to do. I'm a bit stressed out. I'm going to call my brothers. That's work bleeping. Hello everybody, forgot to log on today for the final day of Veda, day 30. There's my lovely piano. Oh, I must make sure I don't get into the habit of putting papers on the top of there. Put that in my do it pile or something. Today I think we're going to exchange contracts, but I don't know if I mentioned that the Putch wanted us to clear everything before he starts work. We've got the special contract so that he can start work after we exchange, but before we've completed. Anyway, very complicated. But but we've got all sorts of provisos and a big deposit from him and all that kind of stuff in case he, I don't know, in case, I don't think anything will go wrong, but anyway, stressful. But we managed to get somebody to clear the loft and put all the stuff in the dining room and the rubbishy bits in the garage so that we can go through it and find any treasures. And my brother is going through some stuff at the moment and keeps sending pictures of amazing things, like this radio that my brothers were going, oh yes, that must have been Granny's or Uncle George's or something like that. I'm going, no, that was ours. I remember listening with Mother on it before we had a telly and you could watch with Mother. So yeah, that's how old I am. And yeah, anyway, I've got a meeting in 7 minutes and I'm chatting away, and I've just got myself some lunch, which I don't think I'm going to be able to consume before this meeting, but there's some lovely chicken that Darcy's cooked buried under there somewhere, and an edamame bean salad, the other half of that I had yesterday, and some salad that I knocked up yesterday for us with lots of pumpkin seeds and pomegranate seeds and avocado and things in it, and some sweet potato. So I might have to wait till after my meeting to eat that now, but it's all cold anyway. So hello everyone, just bracing myself, come over to my dad's. The estate agent has told us that our solicitor told her we have exchanged, but we haven't heard from him yet. So I don't know whether to relax and have a great bank holiday weekend or not. So I've come over because my brother organised for some people to come and empty the loft and stick the rubbish in the garage, rubbishy stuff, and boxes of things that might have valuables in the dining room. And he was a bit upset because they'd just shoved stuff out of the window, the bathroom window, and it was a bit of a mess and he had to clear it up. So I'm just bracing myself for what I'm going to find. I came out to get a shot of this beautiful cherry tree in the sunlight and then got distracted in the garage. But there's a little bit of light on it still. It's so beautiful. Just investigating what they've been doing up at the end of the garden. Yeah, probably nothing. I think that's the next door neighbours have chopped a load of trees down. And I kept finding bits of their tree in amongst this yew. Very disconcerting. Other people coming into a place that's kind of yours and doing stuff. But I've got to let go of it all. So yeah, it's going to be good when it's all over. I think we have exchanged contracts. It looks like the whole bit about where this retention money was being held has been fudged a bit, but anyway, I better just go around the side because I think they let a bit of this old glass house fall onto the neighbour's fence, so I just want to rectify that. And the last little look around. I'm going to go home for some tea in a minute and then come back with some boxes and things, but there are just some amazing little treasures here that you think, oh, how can I let that go? I'm going to have to work it out. I'll show you. So there's boxes of old photographs. I've seen this one of my granny before, when she was about 15, I think. But this is her when she was 2. That's my dad's mum. And this is my dad. How handsome was he? He looks really like my brother, Malcolm, and my nephew, David. Wow. And I mentioned to you before that when I had been up in the loft, I found this Christmas present that I had once that had been an advert on the telly, and I was like, oh, I really want that. I mean, look how retro that is. But this is the picture. And that's how far I got with it. But it's really all intact still. And then all my A-level artwork. So there's my sketchbook emoji. I used to assign myself as Ajax. I think that might have been a self-portrait. And little scenes from my bedroom, my brother's, probably done from my photograph, and all sorts of sketches, trip to Holland. Oh, that's my friend Cordelia. Julia, look. Oh wow. And I've found this photograph of my mum that's made into a jigsaw puzzle. There's some bits missing around the side, but that's so cute. She's got her toy dog. She must have been about 2 then as well. Oh, it's too much. Hello everyone. It's Saturday, the 1st of May. I'm surrounded by boxes. Somebody's been to pick up a bed that my brother sold on eBay, so that's gone, and they took the mattresses as well. Good luck to them. I'm trying to get my head organised. I'm trying to make sure I let things go that we don't really need. It's very difficult. So yeah, that's where I'm at today, and it's a lovely sunny day. We did exchange contracts yesterday. I think I said that in my final vlog of Veda 2021. Anyway, I woke up in the middle of the night, kind of in horror, like, oh my goodness, is it safe in terms of the way the final contract was set up? Looked all a bit dodgy at the end. The kind of issue of this guy paying this kind of retainer seemed to get fudged in the final contract without us being consulted, but anyway, I think it'll be all right. And then also the overwhelm of all this stuff, but I've got the whole bank holiday weekend, but obviously I don't want to hyper focus, get burnt out. I want to pace myself. I'll let you know how I get on. So I should really keep focusing on sorting stuff out, but I just have this really strong urge to cut the grass. Just really want to keep looking after it. I don't know why. It's kind of therapeutic. So I'm going to go back home in a minute. I've kind of organised a system of piles of things. So probably just got to work through it, and then the things that I've set aside that I'm not sure about, I'll just have to keep whittling through them and gradually letting them go. But the things I definitely want to keep, I've put them in the car, so I'm going to take them home now, have a shower, have some lunch, and then I'm taking Darcy on an errand. Well, I've had a shower, washed my hair, feel a lot fresher, and Darcy is just running an errand, and then I'm going to go back later to my dad's. It's just difficult with the whole COVID restrictions, kind of, you know, strictly speaking, we can't be in the house together, although I'm sure it doesn't matter, and we've had our vaccines. But yeah, so we're not going together, although I think if we were there together we'd end up chatting about stuff and getting distracted, so I think it's better that one of us goes in at a time and sorts stuff out. But my brother, who lives on the Isle of Wight, he is not going to bother coming up. He said, oh, you know, I feel like you guys are doing everything, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll get it all sorted. We're only just going to like rescue the things that are valuable, and then Angus is going to get some removal people to come in and take everything away. So that's the next step. Well, I've done another 3.5 hours of sorting out at my dad's. Most of it's just for the bin. And I was looking up about secondhand books, and people who buy books don't want mass fiction books. So engineering books, there's lots of those. So I've separated out books, into what might be valuable and mass fiction. Loads of Catherine Cookson and Maeve Binchy and stuff like that. Yeah, my mum used to read hundreds of those. And lots of our old school things, and a lot of them have been eaten by mice. But I also found my dad's university notes all wrapped up nicely in brown paper. And I think, oh, I can't just chuck that in a bin. And then the other thing is, you get to the bottom of these tea chests and then suddenly you find something really valuable. Like there was 2 leather-bound Daniel Defoe Robinson Crusoe Volume 1 and Volume 2, and then a very big cabinet making book, leather-bound as well. So it's just not worth the risk of just going, oh, let's chuck them all. There could be something really valuable. One of the things that I was wondering was, where are my dad's stamp collections? Because I know that he did a lot of work cataloguing them all. I've got a feeling he might have sold them and sold 2 army hats. I've probably told you this already and don't remember, and I'm repeating myself, but anyway. But I am, having looked up stamps and what they're worth, he'd put them all in albums with those little hinges, and I've found loads that are like actually torn off the envelope and they're still stuck to the envelope, and apparently those are more valuable. So even amongst all the little piles of stamps and stamps stuck in an envelope that I found, there could be something of value there. So you never know. Right, I'm going to cook some tea and tidy the house because we've got visitors tomorrow and within our bubble. And yeah, got to balance family life and sorting out, doing project stuff. Oh, some kind of big bird has landed on the bird feeder. Talk to you later. I've cooked a chilli and I'm going to serve it up in a second. And Ben's just sorting out the shed, which is good. That's his half-term project. Not half-term, it's bank holiday weekend project, I think. No, he's going to see his brother on Monday. Him and his other brother and his sister are travelling to Ledbury, where his brother lives, because it's his birthday. So they're going to go to a pub or something, because we're allowed to meet outside now. Yay! I think I'm pacing myself right. I think it's well over a year, well not well over, like a year and a month since my dad passed away. And I think we've just kind of paced ourselves and let go gradually. So I think it's going to be all right. It's quite a thing, isn't it? It's quite a process. I remember watching a film about a guy who, his parents had died. Well, it was after his mum had died, his dad had died first. And I think it was called The House. And he was a filmmaker, so he decided that in dealing with everything in the house, he would make a film. And they were Jewish and they were in Israel. Sorry, that's the washing machine. And he discovered that his parents had been quite close friends with some German Nazis, but realised that there was something amiss with the whole, Jews being encouraged to move to Israel, and it was just very, very interesting. Anyway, the point was, it was the process of emptying his family home, his parents' house, that uncovered all this stuff. And it is very interesting uncovering all sorts of things. So much stuff about my dad's work and about his climbing. And we kind of knew everything about my mum because my mum was the extrovert. She told us everything. So there's kind of nothing to process with my mum. We kind of knew everything, and I can easily kind of like, yes, I'm happy to let all that music go and all those music books go. But as I'm discovering stuff with my, that's more about my dad's life, all this documentation about climbing, and all this documentation about his engineering work, it's a little bit harder to just let it go. And all my dad's university papers, so I've got to figure out how to do that, because in all these decluttering books and videos, they talk about kind of like going, thank you for the part that you've played in my life and I can let you go now. But these are kind of like new, honestly, these are kind of like new discoveries. This was the wrong time and place to do a chat to camera. Very wrong time and place. Anyway, I'll talk to you later when the washing machine stopped making that big noise. But yeah, it is a process, and it does make you think about how you're going to leave things for your children. So maybe kind of formalize it a bit more, like have memorabilia. These are my, this is all my paperwork about this, or it's like as if my parents never threw anything away. My dad never threw anything away. I tend to think you've got to keep things for 7 years. He's got everything. I keep coming across pay slips from 1965, and you just think there's absolutely no need for me to keep that. It's interesting to look at it, but I don't need to keep it for anything. There's no reason to keep it. So, yeah. Oh dear, what a process. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, the 2nd of May. I'm sitting in the sun, having a little break. I think it's about 9:30, maybe 9:45. And this could be the last day I'm here, I'm not sure. Tomorrow's the bank holiday, so I could also finish off some stuff tomorrow if I don't get it finished today. And then I think my brother's going to get house clearing people in to take everything else away. So I found a couple of interesting things this morning. I found a box full of photographic development equipment, like really old, like massive lenses and a big lamp and everything like that. So that's interesting. And I found my mum's passport that was issued on the day of their wedding, 13th of July 1957. So yeah, lots of little kind of treasures, lots of stamps, not in albums. So I'm becoming more and more convinced that my dad did sell all the albums that he set out and laid out. But I think there are quite a few valuable stamps amongst the little envelopes I keep finding. So that'll be interesting. I might have mentioned this yesterday, but I'm kind of sorting out the books into kind of what this company that buys books termed mass fiction, or I can't remember the term. So I'm putting all those in one box, the paperback versions, hardbacks in another box just in case. Found a whole bunch that are from the 1950s, so I mean they'll probably just put them all to landfill, so I don't know, because the trouble is charity shops have not been open and taking stuff, but that might have changed now because restrictions are lifting, so getting there. Good morning, everyone. It's May bank holiday, 3rd of May, and you like my Arctic look? It's cold in my dad's house. What a week. I am currently sorting out the final bits. I think I say that every time I switch the video on. I've just taken a load of black bags, so household waste that has to go to landfill, to the tip, trying to reduce the amount of stuff that the house clearance people are going to have to take, try and just reduce the costs and time and rationalise things a bit and just make sure we haven't missed anything. Because yesterday we were clearing this bedroom, and I'm going to clear the music room underneath here today because it's this side of the house that they're going to do the underpinning and they want that cleared. And then the rest of it is to be cleared by Friday, but actually we're going to have it cleared on Wednesday. So I think I'm going to take the week off, or maybe tomorrow and Wednesday, but I've got lots of holidays so I can, because I might need the other 2 days to recover. And Ben, so my brother was saying, let's just leave this cupboard, there's a loft space at the side, let's just leave that for the house clearance people. And Ben was saying, oh, we might as well move it. And we found 2 things that I'd been looking for: my dad's army hats and stamp albums. I'm not sure these are the stamp albums I was thinking of. I think these are my grandfather's. But anyway, we could have missed those. And a suitcase full of my granny's jewellery and valuables. And we could have missed that. So there's a big shift in my thinking. Where I was thinking before, yeah, just get house clearance people in, let everything go, don't worry about anything. You know, they'll do the work, they'll pick out valuable things if they find any. Because of COVID, house clearance people are not doing things the same way. And they couldn't take things to auction or charity shops, although that's lifted now. But anyway, where I've thought for years, this is the way we'd approach it and reduce the amount of stuff that you go through. We are actually going through everything with a fine-tooth comb. So, yeah. It feels good though, because it feels like a process of letting go, kind of Marie Kondo kind of process of thanking the things for what they meant. Although I just can't believe how my dad kept everything, every pay slip, every bank statement, every used checkbook, everything. All his notes from university, all his notes from school, all his project notes from work. It's unbelievable. So I'm letting go of this kind of like, you must let everything go, you know, like Marie Kondo does, because I think there is a story to tell about my family, and I think I can have a cupboard or a box or something that is, you know, a cabinet that's family history. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, I hope. You can do whatever you like in life, can't you? It's my choice. So at the moment, that's what I'm choosing. And then maybe if everything can be recorded digitally, I'll be able to let go of the physical stuff so that my kids aren't burdened with sorting loads of stuff out. Anyway, so that is my journey this week. I've got this hat on, but I'm doing a kind of behind the ear kind of thing. The lighting's a bit bright there. This haircut that I got the other day from Kumiko at the hairdressers, can't remember what the hairdressers is called. It's working really well. I put my hair behind my ears to put my foundation on. The phone camera does weird things and flattens the top of my head. My head doesn't look this flat in real life. I'm going to try and dig out my blogging camera at some point, because I was looking at an article of how different kind of settings on your camera completely change how you look. So I'm not going to get too worried if I think, oh, I've got such a flat head in the iPhone camera. Stop blabbering. Talk to you later. This is the last day that we'll be able to be at my dad's property without there being builders and other people here, so I'm just enjoying it. Kind of feel tempted to cut the grass, but the ground ivy is popping through and the petals from the cherry tree are just making the grass and the ground look really beautiful.